rules for your new first years. There will be no dueling of any kind in any of the hallways. There is an area for that, which is in the basement, which will likely be overseen by my son.
Yes, go bring her a chair.
Let's see, Professor Hawthorne, would you mind grabbing the supplies from upstairs? Thank you. My name is Professor Helmy Bissett. I will be teaching herbology and alchemy. I'm here to extend your minds to all the things that are plants, but sometimes they're people too.
I'm Desdemona Wilds. I'm the divination professor. I'm just here for, good vibes, chill time.
My name is Professor Theodora Willowfax, so you can just call me Professor Theo. I teach enchantments 201 and 205. And as Sir Wordle, you are my little turtles. So, if you want to come and check something out of our enchanted item library, and there is a huge line or a huge need for something, my little turtles will get first dibs. Right?
And was there anything else?
You received one.
Oh, that's
You received Ilya Shore.
I do enjoy your name, Troy. It reminds me of Mint.
Ambrose?
Oh,
Rose.
Ambrose is here.
Oh.
Why do you call me Amber?
I am sorry. I am very bad at pronouncing names. Willow.
That's me.
Okay, thank you.
You got your flowers next time.
Douglas Jones.
And I have gifts for you all. If you don't mind, and before we get into it, these are charm bags. They come from the mandrake tree, which is our house sigil. These are blossoms that come. They are known as the butterfly pea blossoms. They attract butterflies as well as they great for your skin. With that being said, it will also cure anxiety. So you can add this to any potion, any elixir that you're wishing to make, and it will relieve some of the tension. I like to think of it as my helpful pick-me-up at any time.
Negative interactions. Now, very brief, out of inquiry. Do not open the egg. The exit.
Follows, casting her own lightning storm.
I met a girl and I really thought she liked me. I truly thought that I had met the one. It was a fail, to no avail. I'm just another victim of the bad love. She's like a witch, casting spells at the time. She made me like a potion just to fall in love. She got me drunk, tipsy off her love. I'm just another victim of the bad girls club. I'm just another victim of the bad girls club.
I love the smell.
I gave it 3 stamps. I passed them 3 times. I'm teaching.
Short slumber. You worried about nightmares?
A little.
How long have you known this person?
A while.
Their name?
Their name?
Yes.
Do we have to have their name?
I will. If something happens, I need to notify the mistress.
Yes, Lucian needs sleep help. He has been very focused on with his club and can't get a moment to rest.
Does he hear any calls from the Lunar Divine?
Not that I know of.
All right. And he knows he's getting this potion.
Yes, he does.
Add water and give it to him.
Okay.
Before you intend for him to sleep, because this will knock him out.
Okay. And how long will he have rest for?
Peaceful night's rest. So right in the evening, right before bed, give that to him. And there is some jasmine in there, so ward off nightmares, as well as some lavender.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Professor.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye.
Willow glitched my phone! How am I going to take quality selfies now, Willow? It's still there. That's just Willow's face. Are you getting that? That's just Willow's face on my phone forever now. What's happening? No dimension can tie me down. I'm a free spirit and stop being a free spirit and messing up my phone, please and thank you. Is that good? Was that convincing? Did I look really mad?
Yeah. Seeds of mirror leaf created from magical residue for time-altering events.
So I will meditate on it and see what I can find.
Studies 107 is meant to be just a brief dabbling into the concept of getting the familiar, attuning to its magic, and learning about how it feels to connect your magic to another magical creature. I see.
Yes, hello. It's nice to meet you. You seem like a nice person. I'm tired of living in a packet. Will you let me free? Liberate me, please?
You are very charming. Nice to meet you. Okay. So, our friend here had two familiars that are wildlife, and our friend to the right here has a familiar that was summoned. Both types of familiars are valid. They also fall under the purview of magically inclined creatures that have formed some sort of bond with you. You will have heard familiar magic called many things in many different magical practices. Animal guides, familiar spirits. They all sort of follow just generally the same guidelines of being bonded in a certain way. They serve some sort of purpose. Often with bats, you will find them used for scouting, a little bit like using one as your eye warnings. Sometimes you can send messages with them.
But why do we experience time linearly in the way that we do? Well, it's because of our universe's starting conditions. The Big Bang dictates how we use energy. We are a one-way funnel to disperse the energy of the universe, to make it less clumped together. We experience things in one direction. It turns out that time going backwards in antimatter is just as real and valid. It's just that we can't perceive it. Now, that brings us into the fifth dimension. Every timeline has multiple versions of itself, where you have chosen to do and become different things. Now, the fourth dimension perceives a cross-section of this with our weird time worm selves, but in the fifth dimension, that is all a single point and yet another big line, where every single version of ourselves exists at once. And then there's the sixth dimension, which is called a phase space, where you can see all fifth dimensional spaces at once, every timeline. And we can then fold that to hop into different versions of reality. I need to pause it there. To you, whatever else you want to put on the jar, remember to try and think about how you want it to be used, what type of magic or spell you want to imbue it with. And don't forget to be pretty specific when you think about how you want it activated. Because you don't want to have something that you want activated by a thought to end up being activated by a feeling. You should, no bueno. Yeah, we're putting that symbol. Is it? It stopped. Yep, it stopped. Yeah, we're putting that symbol on the top of the lid, and that will sort of draw in the magic.
And then you guys, with your intentions, will form what that magic does. Be careful because they are very powerful. It's sort of like, I mean, you know how normal light bulbs last a very short amount of time, but then LED light bulbs last for like 30 years? We're using like the equivalent of that, except probably the ratio is even bigger. Oh, just left this class. Probably, right?
Really?
All wearing all black?
Yes.
Short hair. Looks like they would definitely beat me up in a fight.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, they just left in like a conga line.
Yeah, Professor.
Can we help you in any other way? Is everything
Just fine.
Oh, I recognize that fine. Good luck. All right. Let's go through this real quick. Just while we wait for that power.
So I want you to cast flame into the stuff. Good. Good. That's a very good, solid, stable flame. All right, now I want you to focus, and without canceling the flame, convert it to ice energy. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, very good. Now, dispel the energy. Perfect. That was a textbook example of how this should be done. Very good.
All right, so come on in. Welcome everybody to Herbology. Do we have any students that have taken this class before? Oh yes, you were here last night. So this will be very similar to what you experienced last night, if not exactly the same. Do we have any herbology majors, alchemy majors in class? Okay. Very well. My lecture is going to be one part lecture. I'm going to do a lot of talking at you, which is unfortunate, but then we're going to get into some practical use. Now, who can tell me what are the 4 things that you need in order to grow a plant?
Water,
Yes.
sun,
Yes.
air, magic.
And 4th is the magic, yes. Thank you. I'm going to be teaching you today how to identify specific plants. With that being said, I'm going to pass around the classroom a few sacred witch herbs. These are herbs that you should have in your cabinet at all times. They will help you throughout your journey. So here we have lavender. Feel free to open it. Smell, you can touch it even if you will. What do we know about lavender? Can somebody tell me about lavender?
It's calming.
True.
Brings in good energy.
Good energy.
It aids with sleep.
It does, yes. Okay, so lavender. This is one of the most important herbs to have inside of your witch cabinet. It is one of the herbs that you can use to cleanse and protect. It is good for love. It is good for sleep, longevity, purification of the vessel, happiness, and peace. Does anybody know what ruling planet lavender has? Mercury. And as Mercury is currently in retrograde, it is awfully good to have that in your pocket. Does anybody know anything about forget-me-nots? What it might, magical properties it might have?
Memory?
Memory, yes. If I had a relationship, what might I use it for?
Love?
Love or friendship, yes. It's also good for truth, memories again. It will ease worries. It will relieve you to sleep, as well as it does chase off nightmares. And you'll notice that there will be a practical use for each one of these that we're discussing, which is to purify the vessel. Each one is used in order to make sure that your intentions for your craft is going to be clear. Because why would we want to have a clear focus for our craft?
That's us get the results we want.
Absolutely, you can't go asking the universe for something without it getting a clear request. What can you tell me of roses? What do they symbolize? What are their magical properties?
Change their color, change their purpose. Yellow being friendship, white being purity, red being love. You mix a white, or pink is crush, different ones. Purple, big fantasy, or dream.
That's absolutely correct. So if you're trying to create a potion, you would like to ask the universe, please bring me good fortune. You would put a rose in it as well, and also recommend jasmine. Do we know what ruling planet the rose comes from?
Venus.
Yes. And that's for who is the goddess associated with this?
I forgot.
Thank you. Oh, I like this class. All right, and then last but not least, so these are only a few of the sacred witch herbs that you should have in your cabinet at all times. There's many that are more practical, like cinnamon and nutmeg, that you can use in your everyday craft. This is not a cooking class, so we're going to be using the ones that we'll be having here in class. So this is the sunflower. What does it represent?
The sun.
The sun, yes, yes.
Happiness.
Yes. Joy.
A sunflower always turns to face the sun, so it's optimism in a sense.
And kind of loyal in a way.
Yes.
Male energy.
We also use it to celebrate the summer solstice, so which is a very important part. So whenever you are dancing around in the sun, hopefully with little clothes, you have a drink in your hair, and perhaps there's a wreath or two being passed around. So we use it to celebrate the summer solstice. It's also important for dreams, strength, fertility. But the reason why I bring these up is that because they are all associated with dreams. They are associated with weaving a dream, because we can use our dreams to conduct our craft.
I'm gonna need a lot more.
I just want to stand up.
I can understand that.
I'm just gonna take a shower with the girl.
No, actually, bathing with your magic creatures, or perhaps like familiars, or even the ingredients that you are using in a potion can increase the intention. For the remainder of class, you have about 30 minutes. Please go out and connect with nature. All of these specifically were brought into the class so if I'm reading you correctly, there might be a few things in there that you'll picture myself with systems, attuning with and understanding. But now that you two are tethered into this food that you offer, please just try it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Soul. From deep within its hellish hole, we come together to yeet that soul.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Pardon me, can I have all of your attention for but a moment? I would just like to thank you all for participating in my acting study. I am training to play the role of a ferocious monster. So I appreciate you all in helping with my studies. And also, I will post the scores here for the WASSEL exam that some of you have participated in. So if you'd like to see your scores, here they are. And if anybody need help enunciating your spells, feel free to come to me for some training. Very well. Thank you. Yes, I'm an actor. Oh, thank you, thank you.
I'd say you're doing good.
Oh, thank you. Any tips? Any, maybe more drooling or something like that?
Yeah, just like
Yeah, more in the body. Yes.
I was very convinced. I was frightened.
Oh, thank you.
I was absolutely terrified of anywhere near you.
Oh, yes.
I thought for sure you were going to eat me. That's what I thought.
Well, I am trying to get into Juilliard. This is the best way to really immerse myself into where I am a method actor.
I think you're going to get in.
Oh, thank you.
then we'll at least be prepared to hit something hard. Sure.
Or teleport people.
Or teleport people.
All right.
I'm just ready to beat something within the inch of its life. So,
All right. So if anybody wants to stay and do it, then we can stay and do it and make it happen. We could use a couple more people, but I don't know if we're going to get a couple more people, especially with dimensions.
especially with everyone running for their lives.
I don't think there's anybody out in the hall at the moment. I see nobody. Is there anybody in that hall now?
No, everybody went running off.
Okay.
Right.
Well, we can make do with the squirrel and the octopus. I mean, it's not ideal, but we'll figure it out. And we're going to need bells, and I have bells right here. Each person is going to need a bell. I don't know if I have enough. We'll find out.
Tomorrow, tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. To the last syllable of recorded time, all of yesterdays have lighted fools the way to our dusty death. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Good job.
Why, thank you. I appreciate the snack.
Ingredients in there that you'd like to add to your vial. So I can read it. The intentions for them will be written underneath them, and feel free to open the jars. I'll open them for you and smell them, because one of the things that we do with these is that we can add them to our bodies to prepare us for a time when we're going to need them, as well as our candles. So if you have a candle in which you are trying to invite intentions into, you can bathe them with this, as well as take baths with these oils. So.
I have an evocation class later where we're going through candle carving. Would it be possible for me to get a candle from that?
Absolutely.
And oil beforehand?
Absolutely. So one of the ways for you to add intentions into your candle is to add a rune or a symbol of sorts. And once you've done that, then you would bathe it in the oil. So, again, I encourage you to smell these to make sure that you find one that you like.
This one was more structural, like a diamond. But I don't know if it was.
We're going to go over intentions and how to put intentions into our potions. So here we have a potion. Let's see which one we're going to give you. Do you have any allergies? So before you give anybody a potion, you must ask them what their allergies are. You must identify what your intentions are for this potion. So, what? Do you have any allergies?
No, I don't.
No, very well. I'm going to be giving you a potion, a green potion for healing. Perhaps you've been feeling unwell recently?
A little.
All right. What was it that was causing you?
A lot of headaches.
Headaches. This is absolutely perfect. So here we have a green potion. And so I'm going to establish the intentions for this. To cure your headache. All right. May you drink this? And how does your headache feel?
A lot better.
Good, good to hear. Place the vial down. All right. Thank you very much, Astrid.
So, honey, what have you been up to today?
Well, today we teach the final class in herbology, and it went really well. We opened sacred space, and we welcomed some of the winds to join us, to guide us through our learning. And then we did alchemy, and I had all of the students taste test all of the wonderful things that they possibly could on each other, and there was some mischief and mayhem, but I think that they learned a lot, and they walked away with some anointing oils to help them with their practice. But I have been quite disturbed with all this talk of the void. It's been floating around the classrooms, and that's a very dangerous place to go, and I'm not quite sure Professor Jones realizes that by incepting those thoughts into the young minds of these individuals, that perhaps they'll start going to look for them, and, well, the 10th dimension is a really great place to go, so.
All you need to know is that my life is a game of tug.
Sometimes I take a wrong turn and I wind up in the 9th dimension. That was a joke. I never take a wrong turn. I know where I am and when I am at all times, unlike some people. Like, not to be a bitch, but why do I care? I live beyond the fabric of reality, so whatever's going on here doesn't really matter.
Are you bored or angry?
I don't know. Alright, good luck with that.
cream?
There is.
Have you been disclosing information about my project, Daisy?
I just think that even you, honey, are over your head with this one.
Now be careful, Douglas. Been keeping an eye on you. Suspect he probably already knows something. He'll probably have to come with us. Petalthorn, Professor Jones.
Transmissions will resume. They'll try to push drugs to keep us all gunned down and hope that we will never see the truth around. Come on. Another promise, another scene, another package lie to keep us trapped in greed with all the green belts wrapped around our minds and endless red tape to keep the truth confined. Come on. They will not force us. They will stop degrading us. They will not control us. We will be victorious. They will not force us. They will stop degrading us. They will not control us. We will be victorious. Come sail away with me. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Come sail away with me. Come sail away, come sail away, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on.
You ready?
Yes, been ready.
Come back.
All right, here we go.